the natural impulse that people have is to fight against it. Okay, struggle against it. Oh, I will have my values and standards intact, and I will not succumb to these A influences, and I will, just continue to push through and struggle and fight against these things. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the right way to do it. It's not the right way to do it. They're bigger than you. Yeah. They may not be more powerful than your potential, but early on in the journey, they are. They are more powerful than you. They're bigger than you. There's more of them than the energy you have to be able to deal with those things. And so what's required is to build within yourself a sanctuary. I'm going to tell you about a little bit today about how to do that. Because we're not in a situation, are we, today where you can just go. I mean, you could go join a monastery, right? The whole idea of a monastery is to keep as many A influences out so that you can just focus on your B influences. Although, I mean, there's still a handful of challenges, aren't there? Like, usually monasteries struggle with leadership issues, don't they? They struggle with, like, who's in charge or who needs to listen to who or those sorts of things. But anyway, you need to build a sanctuary within yourself, and you need to be very careful. So, like, imagine the sanctuary of you. Imagine this bubble inside of you. All right, a little bubble inside of you that only has B influences in it. First of all, that would be the structure of your sanctuary. Only B influences, no A influences. This is why I say, don't let this work become infested or infected with the A influences that are within you. Because just like we have this, right? I kind of took this from the cultural standpoint. You also have this inside of yourself. You have A, B, and C influences inside of you, in your own mentality, in your own world. Those are the ones that you need to begin to separate out and say, in me, that's an A influence. It belongs outside of my temple, my sanctuary. That's a B influence. It belongs inside. And I mean, actually do this. Actually label and identify them. Know what they are. Know the things that you want to keep for yourself. Yeah. This is why oftentimes we'll do self-chosen names, right? Because a self-chosen name is an umbrella that you can put these influences under. You can say, these are the things that belong to Pierce, and the rest belongs to Chris. Yeah. For example, my life name, Chris. Do you see the wisdom in it? Because if you have that, you literally inside yourself build a sanctuary where you cause a separation, even in yourself, of your own A influences. You keep them out. You keep them at bay. Um, and what that does is it begins to build a second self. It begins to build part of you, yeah, that can withstand this. But we don't ever attack those things head on. You learn to see life, well, I guess a bit illusory in the end. Yeah. You can still go to work. You can still get in traffic. You can still, ride the bus. You can go grocery shopping. You can do all the things that you do. But when you take that sanctuary with you, it doesn't feel as real anymore. It's very difficult to participate wholly in those kinds of activities. It's almost like there's a separation, right, where you're watching it. You're watching it from the inside. But here's the trick. This is, if you take nothing away from this meeting today, take this away, what I'm about to say. All right. Act the part. Always act the part. All right. So if you're expected to be a certain thing in the culture and society, continue to be that. You can watch it, you can observe it, but continue to play that role. Continue to play that part. Right. This is how you keep from getting noticed by the guardian angel, of the planet that's trying to keep people from developing. It's not an evil thing, by the way. It's really not an evil thing. All right. It serves a function. But if you start bringing your way, right, whether it be Eamon or whatever way you've got, if you start bringing your way into the culture, it will notice and it will throw these things in your direction hard. All right. So my advice in the beginning doesn't always have to be this way, because eventually you do become strong enough, where you can literally stand on the cliff and go, this is what I am. This is what I've become. Yeah, this is what I am. Challenge me if you need to, but this is what I am. You can do that eventually. But in the beginning, don't do that.